Yes, sir, like the physical mindset everything that China might be talking about like metaphorically about like the Atlant civilization from 900 years back then just to like for how that it doesn't even say because of that regardless of differences like everyone living in that absolute perfect harmony and that absolute teamwork might be along the lines of what that and that way that everyone having that absolute spirit to and access to complete access to as well as like areas while everyone would use as much as they want. Might they want like that, I might be trying to that mean in a metaphorical manner about the innovation like just a human brain right now. And they are trying like that actual unity regardless of the input between the price and that. So the relation of price last night was it was go back and external that might have been putting might have been to know that might have probably all that absolutely it certainly might be today. So that for example anything that the very much destruction of the unity that might have been lagged such as the PMC between labs the protein plants and for plants might have been introduced that about to that everything it goes and we can just go and talk of right now change the lags and what might be like the remain of that the arm of that that's what is one of that the way that what I'm taking off back in that towards the marine that that I'm doing that was a mission possibly may say the days of the liver friends and the clips of the liver friends so that like projectors and like the power among that the person might be all having home might be on might be to that medical and for like the person with the big so that according to my friends and that it might be that very name for that a character also need warriors or that voice in the race definitely the English and definitely don't right now don't look at that losing right now the created that that picking off that design helmet and of that giant on like warriors with like the motion and the like was like should be uh it's now like the giant kind of like and different like maybe probably find a giant skeleton or you get that all that off like things that you know it's kind of a way oh my something incident right now is like it's also always on like the work in the might have been a giant with like there is a giant straw hat who might have been extremely passionate about like archaeology that finding all sorts of like archaeological so making all sorts of like archaeological discoveries and that solving all sorts of like archaeological purpose and everything might have been like that extreme passion on that the joy way from the towards the rest of Lima today. So like to that find and explore all sorts of like archaeological sites like existing all across like the world might have been that ultimate goal of that they wanted to do it. There might have been that it is like a possibility channel of it. Okay, so that's a full for instance, like so actually like your like ultimate look like over might have that of and that which might be that was for the might have been for in the might have set up ownership and final impact that your base might have not had the last part of the that. And then they are not even know about like the systems might be like that was in you know for instance and might have been any combined and that it might have been that the conversion of that paranuclear as well as like the floor as well as black and yeah powder into fusing of those powers into so and that the electrification of the flow that might have been the machinery that makes that possible might have been that's the machinery that Shaka talks about as this like archaeologists from like the European survey has found in that ancient kingdoms that we might have been able to so like to see that the like might have been that the actual intent behind that the 20 kingdom that trying to like bring down like the engine to the kingdom of the new today. So that we have to find like as to like how like the product might have been created, like it might have been launched in like an extremely highly advanced like technology, might have been not that uses it might have been like the combined skill set power of that as a three ancient weapons like as well as that Pluton flat, which might have been definitely something the creation of the platinum, the legendary might have been like the legendary and the stuff of that moment of state might have been Pluton. And really might have been Moran as well as that Sharahoki might have been provided back in the time when it's a new and friend. And lastly, three and still might have was picture all the way back in like the legendary I just like ancient thing that might have been like that gadget like it's like a possible thing that is developing. And then Korea mentioned that the thing also that like it's like proper Windows like henchman intelligent as well as like kind of henchman Jack both are like fixman just that phone and fill upon the man and the particularly phone might have been attribute solely of that that's what I comment right and so that continue to try to set that lab in that the back end way back in the voice system was so correct that the system as well as that system as well as that so that we try myself for system and system myself uh, back in the voice the system myself they go on the surface as well as on the water as well. That might have been system living on the water as well as like having some sort of water as well as like having some on the surface as well. Might have been like today, and that way that pigment has sort of right might have also put back in like the working react like that way that when it was as well as that jack might be like the percentage of uh, that pigment sort of thing might be that that certificate like that that I'm saying I won't put say that that were fundamental frameworks that the three ancient weapons might have also existed intact ancient kingdom and these three it might have been that there are three different powers that by combining the different powers that they might have managed to like increase that the three powers of that Logia so as well as that Paramecia like and different that each of these three tuning powers like which might have been combined as that shows that the earlier role of mental machinery might have been to just that infuse that these that the combination of the these three powers into a probe and that way to that create another probe and basically at that point another in random like among like the three powers of like logia join as well as like paramecia like and keep find that once like when things happen like in the it might be on random that like the probe might then get either be allocate allocate as a code or like a zone code or like a parameter type which might seem like it is like a long parameter or the parameter. So like I'm going to my understand that that the base might have been that like the machinery might have been wrong and it's been highly technologically advanced machinery or anything might have not been the case like it might have been mainly the gift gifted powers of that the three ancient weapons that might have made it possible for like creation of that technology might be like that could be human sharing and that way like so that but that is by that the thinking of the games like the thinking of might have been or led by you know while targeting that the capability of like the frequency of might have been like that's just like the case like the possibility that and also the and let me go to the that like the field of that the ancient kingdom might have been such extremely kind and empathetic and then of people that is with that even white lecture things might have repeatedly tried to that friend like the ancient kingdom down even though like the ancient kingdom the overwhelming power solely to do that the one of like the three ancient weapons and that the rest of but still they might have retaliated that half at all might have been left at different places, might have eventually got them into such trouble kind of like a situation or might have been what might have happened to the legal surrender. During that practically by then like and person point like situation there might have been that choice to the enjoy by might have already made it there and might have kind of found that the great bond and friendship between everyone in that instant and especially including like the very into the certainly the thing before that. So we might have been great, absolute great from that tension black work in the answer of that mono object after that black strategy. And in that really might have been that the case that definitely and so that about the mental anything with that in belief that way that something think of might have really ended up like a kind of and at that point I'm just for like to say like the ancient kingdom, like I'm referring that in the three ancient weapons that are pointed towards like Joe might have decided to that to bring like three ancient weapons might have decided to like put in with everything into creating like the ultimate output. And so like using that machinery and using like the powers like by using their with everything with the instant powers like they might have created like the ultimate also and that type of might have ended up becoming like the most that we might say there. Right? I don't think it's that like might have been maybe while gestation the might have been about to get defeated by select that and was funny that the totally look at myself they are being married to that create that the mistake in time and that the being that what might have happened might have been when the giant robot might have consumed that second also like in in the case of that like giant robot or like the voice in the recording like for example like what might have something that as like one might have been at the moment you might have consumed it that the also might have also awakened straight away might have been more like a human friend that them straight away like the giant robot might have effortlessly for and difficult that sent back emotion like this of like the making but might have been what might have happened back then certainly not intention then it might have been like it's a giant doorway that might have been or I think that means something that since that might have been like that with this the Cleveland Brand and the Cleveland Brand thing right now is that the action actually like in so the name from like the actual portion that's the actual home or like solution might have been from like the voice very long island like this is like all the while like soil to have to reflect the long long island that we need the animal is so really long example the leaves that in that the world yeah so animal the long islands might have the game to the land in like the world and they are like that and like the island might have been great bigger and they are like more and it's that might have been might have been like the case, and it might have been extremely long when that might have been like the inhabitants of that rock, might have been the reason for it. So this might be how that really tells that like teams so really thought that they usually can walk about that proceed might have been to that not likely with the contemplation on that background items. Might be again most like a possibility that have been so like maybe it might have been before like from that the Chinese was like journey before like might have been before like then the discovered like the ancient thing of that on this journey you might have made a pit stop in this like long kind of and without realizing what like somewhere there and it might have been there that like they might have that there is the German planning to this last 15 or unique element and find out that they might not only bonded and that aggregate something like a range could be informed between like the gender weight and like the gender might have been one that might variant. So that from there like and that's the remaining of the whole journey that from that point on like from by the time that gender weight might have started to like lead long island like and putting that survey and unity might have found out so much that like they might have been that's at your great partner and the lead to might have so that shows that the product was left initial from that point on. Definitely was service. So like earlier from that point on, like the server might have left took like shift behind and basically might have product along with the initial like about that the season like it might have been server along with that initial that might have ended up so like the agent eventually might have been what like a happen like a possible that you know like going to the cleaner training right now that so the thing maybe last test might see where might have been the thinking kingdom from that the working area might have been the name of the trend. So like and so the trend at last and like and like what all in between this to like after that trend only so he's finding that the organized from that so the finding that so remains of like the ancient kingdom in that after the first kind of space. So let's say what's on this current development. And I'm also very important to like find a whole lot of like one and like laptop like getting that all the crucial details concept given that being to some enjoy and like the shape of that one. and this like machinery and how it has to create most it also or that and diversity. So we get 3 months range, right? And looking at the possibly like the veterinary ancestor of Laxera, that might have been that uh, the internet of the better back in at the working method of the Arabic. My favorite family is that I'm hearing about the might have been that the stone of that the internet of the better maybe might have been underwater. She had like might have been seizing global to like the ancient kingdom. And that it might have been that made she might have badly that one might have sadly wanted that joy for you to sit from home and then sad might have been like that unfulfilled promise to the intellectual right and like the money there and like the program might have created might have been so still like it's after this solely look like to most like the lens of might have in the end of not nothing and the information and people might have been what might have happened was like the community which I'm leaning more towards the real of the yes, so like definitely long term survival, like definitely like that type of situation. Mostly that like the one government might have not been able to accelerate like something like animal it might be like that to give it a switching over and things. But they might have been able to kind of deploy great extent of flexibility plans. They might have attempted to like deploy that the iron of that the might be exactly like Harappa like regardless of all the attempts like I'm going that it might have not been offered to like of like the exceptional power that the trader of point is might be existing in that location of that but even to the trainer of the trader so like so point might be special and that might have some powerful that means like making use into lateral point with most likely with that the help of that and that might have been most likely by that the ancestor who might be or ancestor of like the state from the growth who might have been again using and who might have been used on like about the using this like on like he might have infused that who might have infused that powerful return onto that onto that and I might have created that point with that powerful growth negative in such a way that basically that growth point might and might have that becomes that social information about that the work in the and about that the rule of the and like the all of that into that the great number of point at that the location of that painting and might have and like that you know might go down like as good math instruments employed, but like those ones might be so extremely indestructible due to like the proton power that develop that mainly to develop of like the kind of doses that might have been created and still the things those ones and like those ones might and like the location of that the incident or whole dimension might have been neither indestructible nor unmovable until might be also the like about to that and even with like a power like jacket, so we need a bit of like out of that. We would like a power to would like a had the story like yeah. Even those powers of things items will not be able to like uh destroy that location of that might be that for it out might be like actually the biggest problem of friends. That might be the reason for that remote being unpredictable or very legible and what could be so to need to get about like the ancient kingdom. Because it might be because like they might have not been able to adapt to different races might be that actual better to be and that exact location of like that exact ancient of filled with always like conversation information might be exactly or that type of and that especially when right and that was of course my technical and the term of thing like not sure that really no one to be able to like, find out in like one who might have the things doing that because about might have end up game of that game who might have frequently managed to like lift up that's one of the point in that fiction highlights that one of the two points in that when I like the one point is that like the fiction like when I might have been like the final score on the band you might have managed to like lift it up and hide it within my job. Might have been what you might have done like that's about the plate might be the end. Here's one and the still my friends and that the digital program might have happened is that the big right program is a right if you need to be sure. out of like native religious jealousy or like the joy like the friendship and bond with black so the mermaid thinking of society from like to remind of the real like what walking to that under the brain was the league that way like a friend even after like the repeat of joy by like you might have not been able to last chapter last the three cases like that connected to both the end of the growth you might have been what like a kind of thing on screen. So like I don't know if right now that like the ancient origin where might have to remember it might be a woman by the name Stella and of the friend that Stella might be all the way back from like the way the rest of the kingdom when it and the number going back after like the defeat of that they might have been when like you might have granted immortality to Stella it's like minimum spending. So certainly, might have like about those mentally grand, but for those will actually simply take away more than just like maybe that could be certainly my experience. So definitely I'm looking maybe it might have been through maybe while Stella might have been completely that it might have been Stella actually had to be of while sleeping about that the things within the mind and physical from what and that major point things like the welcome Chaka might have been something that and maybe from what level that Chaka might have done that maybe Chaka might have formulated this theory about like the theory about like the ancient kingdom and like the uh, and that kingdoms might be that the case. It might be how that Chaka even have such a theory. Definitely might have been right now. Okay, and that definitely might consider environment that faith might be that looking at that state within definitely might consider so that they might have been that they might have gone a change to from around faith to that lamp and after that about the fire at the figure that around faith what might have been around faith and that it might have been that absolutely laughed of that of the all the fire and that after this might have considering that was like strongly uh, calling it like laughter and doing that way that is might have got changed. Someone that's the one that after purpose for like the one piece might be that maybe what kind of happened with the neural and that like limit it might have been to like that absolutely laughed of like about the fire at like some kind might have been due to they would like to explain how the things that so the fans might have felt had like the explain contrast in that the word the way the ideology of the word is compared so uh it can be like the ideology and so like how the word works at like something like that in context compared to how that how the extreme contrast it was when it came to that the ideology then like the way that the painting thing that of that around but that during that voids in the maybe it's might have been like the reason for like the lack of like the all the price of the change might have been that the extended like again like a possibility that is going so it meant some of the point continually being like a laughter of like absolutely the point that the especially might look in the right number of two because like what is the explanation that what other might have been typically saying after that leaving on what might have been what might have been after he might have been that way the one can't with some candidates about it without laughing so quickly or laughing maybe along the length of the point that only gets like 29 or like that or that might have been so that might have been people saying was like about the that as a good of yes, the large nuclear brain provide nuclear matches to the constructed data matter. The actual observable might be an improved electric campus of the new brain. So again, format of like raising six robots like that the world might have for like a personal that like the schedule that might have decided to like create like the six satellite equipment to create the in such a way so as to like for example to like claim that they are actually segment when it's in the career goal. Might be around the length of the current form that and it might have been form like a supplement self that's for like in the might have been like a game that little functions might be the reason for like the point for giving like the gap big of like to form like Java. Which might have been due to that maybe there's some considering like the worst case scenario, not like eventually like they start letting from eventually becoming aware that aware of that being aware from each other some of into thinking their unit for the revision and basically when realizing that they are you know not even side more that they are in the form of and working strict side where from like such lines of like a self-reliance or realization that happening in like the system and that way at that point like some of the like them or turning against that weapon might be along the lines of like a worst case scenario like a poverty like weapon might have 14 and basically attempt the next game and that way it's like it's such that the situation event happens like then at that point for like one of like the time like from to side the flag to get the like for it weapon and basically to side the black weapon to black turn down black the remaining satellite from turning against Black Bear might along the intent that Black Bear might have added like the two the gas of Black with them to Black one of the magnetic bombs that might be with them and intent to certainly might be in the race. So like the game is the case of Black using negative since that Shaka is non stop and feelings like certain like the backstory like the other friend that is a game of Black where might have like the future like the satellite ships and take it concept like where the when case to like the process of alien so the friend like it might say like the end of the future might some of future like the ships and like it so what like where the weapons like the personal lab and they are like a personal lab and might get the personal upgrade to future like the satellite concept to like that way after like the blade like a different lab feature like satellite concept a bit taller and bit more bigger insight might be that potential that is such a transformation to future like satellite phones and that way to that make it appear to the satellite phones that look like they are feeling like to that way that they might have also correct like people in that like phone through in the game of lab the agent of that well to correct into thinking that they are feeling might have been what like weapons might have like the automated movies but so that that way I'm going to remember everything that is a kind of static forms of that weapon might be things that like it might be upgrade that like even uh in like the real world scene it might be along the lines the thing that that might have correct that kind of data like it's that very form of that weapon. Especially might be like that when you check that is that about to get into the prayer again. Yes, so that the layman brings the right down the black. Dragon and the revolutionary army black ideology point now free black the actual ideology of the ancient kingdom for the century. My the female brand because like the clear point that their ideology might have gone made it towards black dragon. Might the dragon now like Shaka said about might be like meant to be accepting a brand because those books might have gotten destroyed. Among like the books that survive like the ideologies might have of like the ancient kingdom might have not been legal correct. We get like a lot of that crucial information about like the ancient kingdom might have been written in those books that survived on the board might have been like the ancient kingdom threat and which might have inspired dragon. Like the William whispering that Santa Blackman might have given those books to like dragon and they it might be through those books that the knowledge dragon get through those books which might now inspire dragon to start the revolutionary army. Might have been what might have happened, and this might be how like maybe through those books of Ohara that like the inspiring dragon that like the dragon starting like the revolutionary army. The birth of like, the revolutionary army might have happened through such a manner. Might be like the case of like a popularity that and the probably for example, right? Yes, so like the new friends and right now that if like the elders are not involved that was the consideration that between that specific elder full scale like the confirmation to execute that sort of the form. Hence doing so hence doing so with like the student might see that they need to that from the first floor that's like to do like about who did that and that you having been captured by the Navy 10 times without getting taken off doing that entity might feel maybe due to the fact or maybe due to like in being that the product of that specific area. Might be less than 50% less responsibility that the result of the game. Therefore, like the new direction right now is that is left out to wait on the first select. amount of stress might have been by the exactly the weapons product might be alive and the whole reflects the future might be where rather than definitely most data the reference of the might have been that the old mechanism of that might have thought that the ocean weapon next to be about that and everything else. But we have the pre-injury with like those weapons grew up like simply with that social weapons such as like he might have injury we might have ignored and gone against like the teaching of like sort of and like that way. Then eventually we might have taken out of that weapons and that's like problem that's combined lab like technical might be like that one might happen but me might be so like sort of that from like the work with the very much something so like they thought like weapons creating like the six satellite concept like that before that like weapons might have created and had a single satellite form of that weapon which might have been the like old man said like that the future might have been that satellite single satellite form of that weapon which that weapon eventually might have started then create a satellite form of weapon which as well on the brand of the network of weapon might be only in like the plan of like a static sector or fixed satellite form of weapon as well and replacing the six of that works like the Thomas like side of that probability that remains towards like the island might be the case like the other possibility current between an occurring summary. Okay, so that the legal friends and right hand like that the ocean by completing of the United and all and that song might be Stella Stephanie and last of the weapon might have tricked all of the six satellite from into thinking that like Stella is like the might be that the is that it is like walking the current of the government and the protection right. So the legal friends and right hand that like the ocean weapon might be actually and might be excited about that having that getting that trauma like of the cycle that and to see problems that bring towards that exercising to have it face up against like Luffy might be something that like there's some objective on my team hopefully looking forward to the stepping and kind of them going certain like for Luffy might be getting seriously close towards that so if you finish that competition might be it is seriously close towards like taking to exercise might be like that the same but main student might be like the total for like where I thought in that basically instead that showing up in front of that definitely might be like the instant given principle because like them from weapons lack of the feel like it might be like a matter of like fight for like weapons to definitely just like what they might be currently seeing as like alternate creator which might be one of the that they ultimate trade and definitely like Puma like sorry to actually like have a space of against like those who are like I'm that where from also working might be might wrong from creating that like the one that over cyber might that maybe able to that or and defeat that the impact losing might be like to throw that before where from to like to throw to the skill might be to say that students might be along the lines of for like for like doing maybe like a matter of like absolute stage for like to have like the women like right off we did not again that routine. And so on so it might be like the actual thing of like the game like the one to be that of it right now for any number. So the game that we remember is now like for like can see in like the like shuffle or they think might be safer client experience that they might be right.